Hi guys, and welcome to BigShadowsWorld. It's Big Shadow, and we were just about to get into Farming Sim, and I realised that there's been a change on the mod. I think I might have updated something. Pretty sure I did, so I just got to fix that now, which means I have to find it. Oh dear. Okay, so I will be back in a moment as soon as I find where it is. Multi-storage version 1.001. Okay, I know how to do this really quickly. Just hang with me and I will be right back. I don't remember updating this one though. Lovely day, hot day today. I've been a little unwell, had a bit of a fever. I think it's something I ate. I'm hoping it's something I ate. Just logging into the main server now. Just go to the mods. And I'm looking for multi-storage. There you are, my little beauty. Let's save you where we want to go. Save as. Save. Replace. Yes. Wouldn't let me download. Why is that? Replace. Couldn't be downloaded. So if I can't download it, there's only one solution. If I can't have it, nobody can. Let's go to the mods. Let's go to save games. Let's stop the server. Let's uninstall it. And I'll have a look at it later about how to get it back in. Which is a shame because I had a goal for it. I had a task for it. Why can I not find it? Stand by. There you are. Deactivate. Restart the server. Okay, so it shouldn't be long. Shouldn't be too long at all. lost my Twitch now. That's interesting. Well, it still says I'm streaming. Let's go to the dashboard, see what happens there. Says I'm live. Excellent. I will switch out the chat rooms. And away we go. Whoa. That's a shame, that, because the multi-storage I wanted to actually install today. Well, not today, but in the next few days. I even brought some land under the admin to put it on. So as soon as this is ready, we'll have a look at what I've been up to. I haven't done anything yet in that regard, but I was planning on putting in multi-storage. But it is gone. So what is this? Okay, that's that. Right, we're in. Remember me? Yes, of course you do. Okay, so here it is, 15:25 in the day, and I've been down here on field number 81. Excuse me, field number 81. Field number 81, and it's just coming up down here. And the plan was to put in multi-storage. I actually, for the potatoes and other crops, not for your normal wheats and grains and things like that. So I had a look, and it was in here. I lined it all up to where it would go, and then I decided to put it in here, and I ran a path across so I could line it up. So this is where the road will go. And then I went looking for the modification of the ground modification roller, and it doesn't work multiplay. So unfortunately I can't use the ground modification roller because I wanted to firstly mow this. Secondly, I wanted to turn it to concrete, and then put the pad down so that the grass didn't come through. So that's not going to work. I'm going to check the boards and just see if it's still there, but I doubt very much whether the placeable is there now, because I did uninstall it, unless there are two. Definitely gone. So it said it was corrupted. So if I download it again, uninstall it from my my window, my mod file, and reinstall it fresh, it might be able to do it, but it wouldn't take it for a start. So we own this, bought for the admin, by the admin. My straight line's not very straight, but it worked pretty well, and that will remain land which we can build on later. There are some mods that I'm going to have a chat to Stoney about later, or the next time I consider restarting this map. There are some mods I'll be putting in, and I'll talk to you all about those a little bit later on. But some of them are pretty cool. Okay, so we've done some mowing. We've filled up the silage pits. I'm going to mow this one down quickly, and then store it all away. Let's cut down here before the traffic comes. So we did a quick job. We've got everything under silage now. We'll go check the records in a second. Let's get in behind here. Let's hook you up, and we'll talk while we go. Oh, it's very hot. Hopefully it's weather outside and not just me, because if it is, that's no good. Okay, So we'll grab you, off we'll go. We also installed the silo cleaner. We had some silage that got stuck, 200 litres. We couldn't get out. We tried to get it out using the front end loader. We also got the little vacuum cleaner type thing that works really well, but it didn't work on the mixture of grass and silo that were together. It probably conflicting. So we stopped the game and installed silo cleaner, and that cleaned up the map. I don't know how he did it. Of course, I've never actually seen it in operation. I believe you just point at the silo and you can do it or something. I don't know. I'll have to get a bit of a description from Stoney. Okay, so we're going to mow this down. I don't know how we can modify the maps. That's one of my tasks I'm going to have to find out. Because I want to put a few things on the next time for the server. And I want to try to level some ground, so I don't know how to do that. There are some rollers and things, and if I can work out that stuff, I'll be very happy. Okay, let's get the next one. Oh, that was good. I didn't even try anything there. Start you up. Next one. Okay. Rightio, so let's get into it. Let's get this mode. Okay, so some of the things I'm looking at are the SA mods, and there's the timber mill, which creates wood crates as well as pallets. So wood crate pallets, box pallets I should call them, as well as the normal pallets, as well as barrels. And with that, you can feed a whole little industry. There's the whiskey distillery, which requires the wood kegs or the wood barrels. And then you've got your meat industry. There's a whole range of glass houses which require the cardboard boxes. So there's a mod there that builds cardboard boxes. And there's also meat industry, which requires another mod which actually processes the meat. So you take your cows there, turns it into meat, and then you take the meat to your boxing factory, and it's all boxed up. This is going to remove my mark. So yeah, looking at that, and there's also it's got a biodome for producing diesel. But I don't think I should put that in. I'm going to test it first. If I can use diesel that's already produced up the top end, that would be great. If not, I will put it in. What else was there? There's the brewery. There's a brewery type thing. There's a plant production which goes in to make Coca-Cola. Whole pile of things that need well, you've got to spend money to get them, but it's a very diverse industry. And I wanted to find a nice block of land to put them on, and block 40 is absolutely perfect for that. I'd still be better off if I could level it, but block 40 and 41. However, if I could level this would be perfect too. Just a little bit high up that top end needs to be cleaned up. But the original idea was to put in the multi-storage for potatoes and other products that can't be stored anywhere apart from throwing them on the ground at the moment. So we'll have to have a little look-see and try to get that in later. So I don't know why there was a conflict between the program and my computer. I can understand someone else's if it's the same that was in mine. Maybe the hash codes were different. Anyway, we'll check that out later. So basically, just going to clean this up, going to grab the grass, going to throw it into the pig yards, and as soon as this is done, we'll check status of everything. Like I said, I was on earlier. and I was mowing. I mowed it, and Stoney came through and picked it up, chucked it into the silage pits. It also done some timber, chopped some lumber down in the lumber yards for us, which was really cool. So I turned some of that. I sold, you notice I got 65,000. Well, I was at 74. I sold my pallets, wood pallets, and I sold a pile of wood chip pallets that I made. So picked up a bit of money, and of course the mandatory bills for the use of this tractor came out, so I dropped 9 grand. But that was worth it. We got all the fields mowed very quickly, and we've got them into their yards. We want you up, we want you folded, we want next, off, up, fold, and next. They're all up. Fold. Okay. And the front one. Fold. Rightio. So that was quick. Quicker than I thought. Come on, drive. Wow. It was stuck there for a while. Push and go, 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 and it didn't want to go, go, go. Anyway, so that was the plan. So I'm going to look at multi-storage down there. Like I said, somewhere to store potatoes and all the other beets, as well as all the weird stuff. But I can't show you on this because it's no longer in the actual pack. I had to uninstall it to get in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up, park it up, switch, pick up that grass, throw it into the piggery. But before we do that, oh, look at that. Got the old S-bends. Got the old truck wobble up there. And if you ever seen a truck do that, swaying from side to side, slow down and stay away. Okay. Right, so park this one up and let's have a little look, see what's going on. As I said quickly in yesterday's episode, did I turn it off? I did. We had to clean up our vehicles, so disgusting. So we did that. So let's have a little look at what's been going on. We'll duck into our sawmill and have a little squiz. And we are out of logs. I kind of expected that. Wood chips and pallets, there should be some down there, so that's not reading correctly. Well, maybe it's loaded into this. Yeah, okay, that might be reading correctly. We'll go have a look. Empty pallets, 34%, and we still got some battens there. We have to get down the other end. The pig farm. Stoney's got 2 little baby pigs in there now. He's sold off a few. He's got plenty of feed, so that's good. I'm going to put some grass into this one, just to put it in there. Nowhere else to store it, and that's fine there. Bills. That's the sale of the roller. That doesn't belong to me. Vehicle leasing costs $22.56. $22.56. Oh, I don't know. I'll take them anyway. Don't know whose bills they were. Oh, it could be one of these. Clicked over. Let's have a look. Go back. 12.3. Oh, it doesn't tell you on those individually. Anyway, so let's continue our little investigation. Back in here. Bunker silos. We now have... Let's have a look. 170 thou in there. That's the one we just did today. 94% on this one, so that's cool. That might be available this afternoon. 8% on this one with 160 tons. Only 140 tons here. So we've got 3 undercover at the moment, and there is a 4th one that if we need to, up the top here on the top left hand side. I think it's around near the chickens here somewhere, just here. So that might be it. No, it is number 3. Number 2. There's one up there. I thought it was actually here. We'll look at that a little bit later as well. So that's fine. Storage, nothing in the storages as yet, so they're all good. I'm going to stick some in there. And Stoney said he sent me some money. Nope, it's not showing. Anyway, he said he borrowed a tractor and sent me $1,000, but it's not showing up, so that system's not the best at the moment. Anyway, so let's time travel, being the time travelers we are, down to this end. The crops are coming on very nicely, so some of these, not the grass, but the crops, I think ours are up at the 71%. This one here is 57%. So we'll give it a few moments for the... Okay, there's none here. This is outside the zone, so that's why it hasn't picked up that. And this here is loaded. And we are definitely out of logs. There's some of what Stoney chopped off left. I did process some. Okay, so we do need the logs, so we are going to need to take the big tractor and collect up some logs. They're already chopped. I have some just over there I can grab. Meantime, I need little tractor. Do I need the bucket on it? No, I don't. I'll just get stuck if I do. Get on the road and we'll head up the other end. Yes, I was looking off on the left hand side. I'll show you in a moment where it is, and that would be for full development of industrial. It's a fair way away. I'll have a chat to Stoney if he's happy for it to go in. We'll put it in early, and otherwise it will be something to go into the new map when it starts off in the future, and it will be at the beginning of the game for anyone that comes in. There will be industries, so that would be good. Still not going to help if there's no product, but it's a few more outlets for wood chips, etc. Oh, turned too sharply. There are also updates for the MP multiplayer tablets and all the mods, and I haven't looked at those yet to see whether we need to accept them. If there's an advantage to it, then most definitely we'll update and then make sure everyone's updated onto the map. If there's no significant advantage at this stage, we might just leave it. Surprisingly, this is version 1.0.0.4 of the Strappenbach map, and Farming Sim still shows the 1.0.0.0 with an update. So I don't know why theirs would be so far behind, because the first version had significant errors in it. Okay, let's have a little looky. We don't need no road. Let's turn this on. Rightio, start picking it up. Hopefully there's sound coming out. Oh yep, good. My headphone turned down. I also want to find a bridge building. Something that I can put a bridge in. It's got to cost money though. I can't put it in for nothing. I want to put another bridge in a specific spot. Something wide enough to take traffic. Rather than use a bit of footpath. There is a road, except I just want to put in a third bridge. And that's down again near farms number 4041. Three days to go before we go harvesting, and there's a shit ton of harvesting to do. Technical term that, so just in case you've never heard it before, it's a technical term, which means a shitload. No, shitload of farming to do, but harvesting. So if you've got all the mods, feel like doing some farming, give us a yell. We got Stoney's going to collect up the potatoes, I believe, and so he's going to get the harvester for that, and I'll get the harvester for the general crops. And we'll rip in, load it up, and yeah, so we'll need transport trucks to run and all those kind of things. Please get around the corner before you stop. There we go, beautiful. Now I've noticed on my other paddocks the grass. Is there any way to get rid of some of this grass? Is there a way to cut it down or weed it? So if anyone knows that, let me know. Just want to mow it. Just want to cut it back a bit, or weed it, or do something with it. Don't want to remove it altogether. I suppose I could plough it and regrass it, but I don't want to mow it either. I could turn it to dirt. Okay, let's test my driving. Hope it's better than the last few days. Don't think it goes there. No, it goes right down the end. Come on, you can do better than that. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, I was going to turn it to hay. I was going to turn it to hay. Yep, next time. I was going to turn it to hay because let's have a little look. Let's jump out. What did I want hay for? Hay. Why did I want to start storing hay? I've forgotten. Would it be the animals? The other animals? Oh, they'll accept silage or hay. Hay's cheaper, easier. If you put it under cover, it'll last a while. The sheep want hay and grass. Oh, for winter. Winter. Yes, those animals there will need... the sheep will need hay for winter because the grass disappears. Hay disappears as well, but we've got to store it, so we have to store some hay. Didn't even dent his car. Yeah, that's another thing I'd like. Put in mods that actually fine you for driving over their fields and causing damage and stuff. Okay, broke. That'd be fun. I'm all about making it hard. Well, not hard, but just, you know, a little bit more. Got to take more care. Mind you, LittleShadow won't be happy. Let's go this way. He likes to get his 57 automobiles and hook them up to all follow each other as he screams around town. Okay, so it's a very small field, but as I said, it wasn't really for this. I was going to keep half of it for, well, you could mow it. That's why I wanted the ground modification. So I just wanted to turn one end into concrete. I'd really like to level it out. So if anyone knows how to level it out, give us a yell. I might jump into admin mode later and give it those concrete rollers. And see what happens. But I'd really like to cut in this bit. Actually, yeah, I just want to cut into the side of the hill there. Okay, that's done. Let's turn you off. Okay, just got that touch there and that's done. I was going to turn that road into concrete as well, or something. Yeah, so basically a little industrial area. But again, multi-storage. Not worth it for 7 ton to turn it to hay, because I have to get a baler anyway yet. The other thing to put in, of course, would be bale storage, and I have to decide whether round bales or square bales. Oh goodness, lost it. Round bales, if you've got a round baler, at least you can come and wrap them, turn them to silage. If you've got a square baler, you can't turn them to silage. I have to also see if we can transfer little pigs from one to another. So, for example, if you want to transfer between piggeries, if they run out of food in one place, can you transfer them to another? Oh, come on. You saw me coming. I had my indicator on. Not really, but I'll put it on now. I found the horn button. Okay. Fuel's fine. 10 hours worth of fuel. Just going to dump you there for the moment, because the next thing will be silage. Let's stop, have a quick look, and I'm pretty sure that silage bunker was almost there. 95, okay. 18, 0.9 hours. Not long. Little truck should be able to tow the trailer. I'm not taking it far. Just need to get some logs back into the wood yard and get that started again. Yeah, I made some money today, which was good. The pallets, if you let them build up to a certain number, it comes in handy. I mean, it's no different selling them every day, of course, but it's cheaper if you do it once. So before the end of the video, I might duck across into single player mode and go through those mods that I was looking at. Oh, idiot, where have I gone? I don't want to go here. I want to go up top. Whoa, whoa, geez, almost knocked it out of place. Bit of a cheat mode this one, but that's okay. Okay. Whoa! Oh! That's not. Let's take that. Holy moly! Almost pulled it over. Now try it. Okay, that should be it. That's it. Strap it down. Oh, tight squeeze. Good for the tyres, I can tell you, scraping them sideways like that. Just rode off a whole pile of tyres. Truck drivers out there cringing. I'll just pretend that I was being good to let him through. I wasn't. I just wanted to reposition. Okay, let's unload this. Beautiful, that will put them back to work. Oh man, that's disgusting. Don't unhook the wrong one. Okay. Whew. Let's get out of your vehicle, have a look. %83 on that one. So there's 4 stacks available there. Not much left in the way of supply. So that's 250, that's going to run out. I can do that. 99% off screen, not a drama. On screen, I'm totally ruined. Okay, so you should be back at work. 90%, 99 ton, so that's going through there. This will be 69. I'm going to pinch you anyway. I'm going to do it by the old cheats fashion because I'm really strong today. And I'm going to run you up. Beautiful. It's not right. That one went off the scale. So if you go back too far, it doesn't show. That's better. That's better, yep. Okay, I do have some more trees chopped down up the front. God. I did some wood chipping earlier, and I'll do some more a little bit later. 52 tons, so they're fine. That's going to start producing out here again. We'll let that build up. Yep, you're working. I've cleared all the wood chip pellets and sold them. So let's have a look. The game should have caught up now, so let's have a look at the fields, see how they're going. And we can see, straight up, click on the grass, fertilized. We can see there in the dark green there, 3 days to go. Start of the second trimester, and we're on the first trimester of summer. So first, oh, it's day 1, not day 9. Wow, I lost a whole day. Oh, ground temperature, 12 degrees. That means, we look at seasons, sugarcane. Oh, it's been removed. That had a plant cycle before. What's going on? I've noticed no one has planted sugarcane. Is there still sale price for sugarcane? Sure is. Yep. Okay, so that's an experiment that admin's going to have to do. Put in some sugarcane, see if we can get some sugarcane growing. What we are doing is testing out the maps and finding limitations. So we want to see what we can do on this map and what we can't do, and then decide any mods to put in or any changes to make. It is very time consuming in regards to the game. Lots of things to do. You just don't start with $1 million. Well, you do if you do normal mode, but we've never been normal. And yes, so we started with 300 grand each, plus 300,000 euros plus a Ford Transit. I sold my Ford Transit within 5 seconds. Picked up another 60,000 euros and went from there. We don't own any property, so, and welcome to the stream everybody. We don't own any property. We have to buy it and lease it from that 360,000. I went straight away and leased these farms just up here and planted them up, and then realised that the lease fee is per day, so struggling to meet the lease fee, lease payments. But 3 more days we'll be able to turn these crops into cash and yeah, make a couple of bucks. If we do lease a property and then hand it back in to save money, it loses its crop. So there's a bit of a disadvantage of picking up another crop, seeding it and then turning it back. It just turns straight back into dirt. You can see this one here is slowly picking up a bit of grass. I don't know, it was a grass field. Still showing a bit of grass there. Okay, so what do we got? Wood chips still high. Silage pellets still making fair good money. Nothing for hay, grass of course. Compost, great demand for compost, but fuel's expensive. Must find out how much fuel was actually. 3,500 litres with grass. 3,500 litres with grass came out, I think, about 35 tonne of compost. So 35 tonne of compost. 35 times 200, what's that? 7 grand. Plus another 100. Yeah, probably looking around about 8 grand. 8 grand. That's 3.5 tonne of fuel. plus the $100,000 for the property. Going to cost us $3,500 of fuel. $3,500 for $7,000. That might work. That might work. If my maths is okay and we don't sell it all at once, 145,000. $145,000. Cost of getting the grass is pretty expensive. 100 tons is going to cost us $9,000. Time you mow it, maybe 100 ton. Time you mow it, collect it, and dump it here is going to cost about $9,000. Yeah, I think it might just make a profit. Might just make a profit. Again, to pick it up, you're going to need a bucket and a shovel or a conveyor. The conveyor works kind of okay. You can't find the exact spot to pick it all up. You're always moving it around, so a bucket's probably the best thing. But still, it's 120 grand. It's a little bit away yet. I did notice actually you can actually put part payments down on a property, so you can pay half and someone else can pay half. So that was interesting. Did it by accident. I put the wrong price in when I purchased one of the properties on single player, and it just took half the money and reduced the price, so that was all that was left. Okay, distracted. Where am I going? Back up here. Although this is sealed off, you can actually sneak in down this hill. Just down this hill. That would be cheating, of course. Okay, back up at 77. We're going across to this forestry region. Going to drop down a few more timbers. Going to check on these logs why they won't auto pick up. I should be able to move them. Yep, I can move them. Just making sure they're not glitched. Ah, that one is, see that? That's the problem. Yep. Yes, I know I'm too strong for this and should be using the vehicle, but like I said, they're not picking up, so I'm just checking to make sure they're not. There it is. That one's got a tree branch on it. Cool. This one here is... Yep, no tree branch, but it's too long, so that's fine. Chop you down. Okay, so we're going along okay there. Okay, there's no branches on that, so that's good. Yep, they're alright. What's wrong with you? Nothing. Okay. So what it is some of these wouldn't pick up by the truck, the autoloader. So when they do that, they've generally got a branch on them. Whoa, 6 people. Mega Mess, how'd you go, bud? This is the Strappenbach 2017, or Strappenbach 17. It's version 1.0.0.4. It's not the it's not the 0 version. That's got issues with it. There is actually a link. Well, it is actually on my webpage. Actually, I have the map. And I've put it there, BigShadowsWorld on Google. You can have a look in the... Oh, is it showing in the link below? There is a link in the bottom there, Megamass, to my webpage. And you'll find it there under mods for farming sim. I put it there to make it easy for people to find when they were joining the map here. Yeah, a list of all the mods are there as well. So have a look there, and if not, send me a message and I'll send it to you. The reason I put it there is because so many of the sites there, you end up going through so many spam messages trying to get these things. But it's a good map. I've got it in hard mode and I've modified it. Normally when you start the game, there's about 4 sets of tractors, 4 sets of everything. So much equipment, way more than you need. So I've decided to make this map harder, and I sold all the equipment under a contract name, and anyone who joins this map can come in as a farm, get 360,000 euros, and start leasing or purchase whatever they want to do the jobs they want. Still got to work together though. You can't do everything by yourself. For example, if I'm not around, Stoney will check my timber yard. And I'll check his animals, and sometimes I'll go mow his fields and he'll pick them up, throw them in the silage and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll give you an overview of the map if you like. It's a pretty good one. There's 186 fields. Whoops, there it is. 186 fields, and they are all over the place. It's a nice tight road, lots of work. You can't just scream around the place. Traffic's on, of course. Seasons are on, so we are working to seasons. There's like I said, 186 farms, of which we own 0. The only way you get the farms, of course, is if you buy them or lease them. Now, leasing is in the game. That's the Bank of Hockenstadt. I don't speak German, sorry. So you can actually lease a property, but it's pretty expensive. So you want to lease it, plant it, and sell it, or release the lease as soon as you get your crop off. Or it works okay leasing it to farm it, to mow it, and just hanging on while you're mowing it. That works okay. When you start the map, there is no crops. Even in the normal map, there are no crops. There are all the fields have been cultivated, ploughed, so there's nothing there for you to take and sell. The best you can do, and what I did, is start off with a little bit of wood chipping. I got some crops in straight away, then went wood chipping. You can sell wood chips, you can't sell logs. So you've got to process stuff. You can sell manure, compost, but yeah, you have to purchase the compost yard, which is $160,000 or something. Oh, euros. Yes, so there's a lot of work, a lot of things you need to do. We'll have a look at the seasons. And you can see there, for example, we just come to the end of spring. I can't put any more barley, wheat, canola in. Sunflower just ended today, or in a few hours. Soybean and corn can still go in. Potatoes can't, sugar beet can't, the radish of course, poplar can, and the grasses can. But the only thing you're going to be able to harvest over winter is poplar or oil radish, which is nothing really, that's just fertilizer. Yeah, so over winter things get a bit harsher. The grasses will decay. The hay will disappear and decay if it's not under storage. You've got to make sure you've got food for your pigs, and that's one thing you do have. I'll just quickly duck down there. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but seeing you here, I'll show you basically what you end up with. So when you come in, I'll go to Stoney's place. There are 4 of these pig yards. Now these are mother pigs, and it's for breeding baby pigs. So you need to buy the mother pigs and feed them up, water, potatoes, straw, dry grass or grass, wheat, and they will start to produce baby pigs, which are good for supplying your piggery when you get it. Or you can actually sell them. Now you're not going to get much money. You're going to get 264 euros when you sell a little piglet. But it is something to get you going. But it's certainly ideal for stocking up your pig yards when you actually purchase the pig yards. Everything is locked until you purchase it. So if I go to the pig yards, here's a pig yard here, but we can't access it until we pay a premium to actually activate it. So it costs money. Nothing is free in the game. You've got to work your way through. And we're playing it like if you purchase it out of your money, you run it, you own it, you take the profits. The bio plants, the same thing, 565,000 euros. So it's fairly expensive. But as I said, there's 4 of those pig yards, and one mod you will have to add if you want to get straight into pigs is buy potatoes. Without the buy potatoes, you will find out that the actual pigs won't breed. They need potatoes, and there's none in the map. You can't just go harvest them or anything. So that's pretty interesting. So all these places, all the traditional places, you have to purchase. Sheep yards. Again, beautiful sheep yards, except you don't own it. Lovely fields. Again, it's cheapest actually. This is the cheapest one, where you'll have to purchase it, of course. And this is fairly cheap. 120,000 if you're into sheep and wool. And this one here, for example, you're going to have to make sure you where is it? Oh, it's not showing. We'll go into the tech farm. Oh, no I don't. I go into the normal. Sorry, I got the tech farm MPs on, multiplayer MPs as well. And for the sheep, for example, you're going to need hay and grass. So you're going to have to store this up with grass, with hay. Store up for winter, because the grass and hay don't grow during winter. You will run out. If you leave your grass out, it will go off. If you leave your hay out, it will go off. So you need storage facilities for that. Yeah, it's a brilliant map. Got to think about what you spend your money on, where your money comes from. So this is for sale. This is a strip of land between 2 farms that the Shire or the council own. If you want to join these 2 farms up, you have to purchase this strip of land, and they're going to charge you 20 grand. So cheeky government says that's our strip of land between the 2 properties. You give us 20,000 euros and I'll let you have it. pretty cunning. I do like the way the modders or the designers of this map have done a brilliant job. You can also breed cows. So you've got milk cows and you have meat cows. So your milk cows you're familiar with if you've played the game. This one, there's a cattle station. How much is that? 700,000. And again, sounds like there's cows inside, but there's not. You can breed up your baby cows here and take them to your normal cow yard, or sell them. So yeah, one of the mods I'm looking at is a meatworks, where you can take your animals to the meatworks and process them there, and then another mod will package them and sell them. So there's a few cool mods around, I can tell you. This is one of the fields we've been mowing, this strip down here, and that's keeping our silos full, and that's what's keeping us alive. Basically selling silage, wood chip, and a few pigs. Now, we are running independent accounts, so we have to earn the money ourselves. You can always play this game with other people being the farm boss, and you just work for them. And one of the interesting things is you can actually charge for the work you do. So if we go in here, for example, oh man, my vehicle costs. I have to account for my vehicle costs. It goes to an account you have to claim your own. Revenue goes to account, you have to claim it into yours. One of the things I was just talking about was vehicles. Vehicles are assigned. If it's assigned to you, no one can drive it. If it's assigned to everybody, then everybody can drive it. And it's to the farm. So if people come and join you in your game, you need to give them permission to operate under a farm name or under your name, and they will be able to drive your vehicles. And you can actually bill them, or they can bill you for the work done, so they earn revenue as well. So if I did something for Stony, I could actually send him a bill, create an invoice, and send it to him and say, for example, I delivered some bales and there was 15 or 10 of them, or work done. I don't know if that's time or number of bales, but if I delivered all these bales, I'm going to charge him 40 bales, $2,000 to deliver them. Load and sell bales, $50 a bale. Wrapping, I think wrapping works on an hour. Yeah, per hour. So if I ploughing, again that works on per hour. No, per hectare. I have to research that. That's it. I have to get out of there and just try it again. Ploughing, $850 an hour. And then you'd have to charge for the vehicle costs, of course. So it's got so much potential. What we're working out is basically how to make it more multiplayer in regards to how people can come on the game and have their own farm account and operate, so that everything that they do affects them, their money goes to them, their costs go to them, etc. Bit of a hard task, particularly with these buildings are set up at the moment. If you purchase this, for example, then at the moment, if I was to deliver grass here not owning it, I don't get paid anything. I'd have to send you a bill. If it was the bioplants actually still pay you for delivery of the grass, whether you own it or not. The timber yard should pay for logs, but it doesn't. It assumes everybody owns it. So what I'm trying to find is a system where I deliver logs to Stony, for example, and I'm going to put a weighbridge in, I think, and pay him so much per ton of logs. or so much per ton of chopped wood, stuff like that. Yeah, just to make it different. So there are 4 of these piggeries where you can breed up your pigs. 1 big cattle yard where you can breed your cattle. There are buildings all around, and down on the bottom left hand corner there, massive forestry region, massive. I'm going to put in another mod, which is a later on, which is another timber mill, but one that creates and builds barrels, box pallets, and normal pallets, and also some mods that will allow you to use them in industry. For example, things like the whiskey distillery, the farm type, I can't remember the name of the damn things, glass houses and stuff that grow particular crops that need manure and cardboard pallets, cardboard boxes. So there's a cardboard mod which needs wood and wood chips, or things like that. So I want to develop it out a lot further and see where we end up, and then that will be a new starting map in the future that for multiplayer that anyone can join. So yeah, just working out the best mods. There's a Coca-Cola factory which goes with some plant material, which is cool. Dr. Max, which purchases the Coca-Cola, all the plant material. So something like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So many things to do in this game. Anyway, speaking of doing, I was just up here sorting out my trees. 71% for this week. Now we are going to pull a shifty. We are going to lease some of these, and then harvest them and then relinquish the lease. So we're going to pull a shifty on that. That will make us a couple of bucks, and then purchase them. Okay, so I've cleared out a bit of this. Just want to go down and clear a few more. I ran out of logs, so need to get in and clear down. Now I'll drop them that way. Now there is that I'm a seller mode, and that should, when that's activated, when you sell something, put it into your account. Haven't quite seen it work right yet, so I know there is an update for it, but I haven't put it on yet. So we'll have a look at that in more detail later. There's just so much stuff, it's incredible. But it's not a game that you'll go in and start off, I'll just go mow the grass, because guess what, there is none. You've got to wait for it to grow, and that's 3 days, well 9 days into the, 3 days into the game. So just finding your way around the map's incredible. OH&Fs, the old safety's not quite there, but that's fine. That's another one I'd like to see added in. Mods where, if you fall from a great height, you injure yourself and can't work for half a day or something like that. Like that. If I chop this other tree, I might get more chance. Hope I got my safety goggles on. So as maps goes, this one's pretty cool Pretty cool. One of the things you do if you put the tablet mod on, so the multiplayer tablet mod, you must build straight away the recharging house, because if your batteries go flat in your tablet, you can't do anything in the game. You'll have to reload your game, or reload that mod. Actually, I think it was the game I had to reload. It doesn't like it, so just one of those things to be aware of with the multiplayer tablet. First thing you do is put down your recharging station. 20 grand is going to cost you. A tree lopper. Never cut the log you're standing on. Oh, yeah, right. Good advice there. Okay, I think that's cleaned up. I should be able to pick those up. Get you. So yeah, even when you buy the timber mill, you're not getting paid for picking and putting timber in your own mill. Why would you be paid for putting stuff in your own mill? So the only way you're going to make money is if you process it. And you've got to process it in two ways. You need wood chip, and you need to make the pellets. You can sell wood chip and you can sell pellets. Now this was the old 2015 map, and like I said, it's been redone, and this is the version that actually works best. Well, they've done an update on the version 1.1 or 1.000, but if I'm on 1.004, that's a bit behind the times. Okay. Okay, so that's that done. I'll pick those up a little bit later. Just got to chop off the ends here. Did that one, I think. Yep. Rightio, that's the noisy bit done. Okay, so what was next on my agenda? Now those sales all there don't reflect me. That's admin there. This only reflects my portion. Right, these crops are always the best. The soybean. potato we've got to harvest and store. Do I want to produce sugarcane? That is the question. I'll have to do it under admin mode. Be an experiment. The equipment's a bit expensive to do at this stage. I've only got 60 grand. I just want to see if it actually works on this West German map. It's showing in there. Certainly sell it, and it's certainly ground temperature is hot enough, but the seasons for producing it have disappeared. Pretty sure it was all year round, except for, I'm pretty sure it was the same as these ones. Yeah, anyway, that will be an experiment. I'll have to do that. What else do I want to do? Oh, look at you. I've got to turn that mod off that allows me to lift stuff up later too. Okay, so we're down the wood chipper. We've loaded that up. We've got tons of wood chip. Money, got to think of money. So it's time to get in and create some more wood chip. So yeah, we've got to get the old wood chipper. Producing the wood chip plus also the actual timber mill produces wood chip as well. But I need revenue for it. I can just take raw wood chip up to the pellet sales yard and sell it there, or I can pelletize it and sell it at the pellet sell point. That's not part of the game, that's added by myself, the pellet sell point. We needed a way to make some money, and we couldn't even sell silage in the game. Silage is a non-saleable item unless you put in a mod for a pellet sell point. So we pelletize the silage and sell it there. Otherwise, well man, this is a tough game. You can't have it too tough. Tough's fine, but can't have it that hard. When the light's out, even this is manually operated. And we end up with 3 tons of pelletized wood chip. And effectively, we're getting for that $189 or euros a ton. So that's not too bad. 500 and something dollars. But the amount of work to get it is certainly there. Nothing's free. Got to chop the wood, got to turn it into wood chip, and then you've got to pelletize it. So everything is labor intensive and cost intensive. The yard is self-sustaining. If you took the wood chip straight out that was produced by the factory and turn it back into fuel, I'm pretty sure it would continue to operate, and then you just supply it with logs, but you wouldn't have any surplus to sell. The pellets, once you get the pellets, of course, the pellet boards there, you take them up to the factory behind, which is also part of this deal, and you can then sell them, well, then take them from there, they get turned into pellets, and you can sell the pellets up at the pellet sell yard. I tell you, there's a hard place to drive to, that's it. Okay, so generally do about 9 of these. At the moment it's taking wood chip from the factory side, and I've got it close enough that it should take wood chip out of that bunker. You can see the bunker going down now. So it's drawing on the bunker. If I get it really close, it will draw on that bunker completely. But I have to replace it, so nothing's free. So I'm just going to do a couple more of these, and then before the end of the episode I'm going to flip out of multi into single player and going to have a look at some of those mods that I'm thinking about. Two more, I think. Well, thanks for the follow too, Megamass. I didn't realise, I did hear it, but I missed the screen. The second screen is just a little bit to my right and was out of sight there. I must check to see how people are going with their aircraft parts. A few people should have enough to build an aircraft. Aircraft parts are used to get reward. My big one, of course, is you get to sufficient number and you'll get a game. And the game I'm thinking of is House Flippers. So it's out, should be out soon. It's quite a interesting little game. And I know I got a few people watching for that. I enjoy your company anyway, thank you. My little boy will be on this weekend. He's going to come help farm. He's going to come and, well, I was going to say drive the tractors and stuff, but no doubt he'll just want to chop trees. Get out with the chainsaw. It's an entertaining video of him on his own channel, and that's Shadowcreeper8, YouTube, and of Halloween. Halloween, they put zombies in the game, so he was chasing them with the chainsaw. It's, I don't know who the bad guy was him or the zombies just walking around all peaceful like. It's very entertaining though. He does like to have fun in the car, in the game with the cars. Generally he's takes a few vehicles, puts them in a row, 56 of them or something, and have them follow him around the place and see if he can outrun them. Not cheap cars, of course, all the sports cars. One more, 2, 4, that will be 6. Yep, and I'll leave this full, which is good. And then we'll duck in and have a look at single player. And I'll show you the mods that I'm thinking about for future development on this map. Okay, so that's that one. Push it out. See the tractor moving? We'll bring it back in. Doesn't like pushing any more than 5. And we'll shut it down. There we go. Beautiful. Now, one of the things, word of warning, do not drive this trailer on auto load next to this machinery. It does not like it, I can tell you right now. Another word of warning, if you're producing silage pellets, bags, the big ones, you make sure that they have their 6 ton in them before you load them up, and if not, you have to port around a little bit until it recognizes that there is actually silage in the container, otherwise you get 0 money. So, bit of a little glitch there, but it's workable if you know about it. So there's always things if you know about it. Okay, so that's this map done for a little bit. That's a bit there. I need to move that with the bucket, but that's fine. That's at 20%. 2 loads there. That will be full in the morning. Might have another pallet box up here. Let's see if I can do it today. Yes, beautiful. No one watching, I bet you. Oh no, 2 of you. That's good. 93%. So this will be, well, at least have almost 2 of you done tomorrow. So that's good. Plenty of wood chopped up the top. Plenty here as well. Just clean you up. I hate logs laying sideways. Oh, Stoney chopped them up here. Oh. And then carted them down. Wow. Cool. Okay, so that's that done. Let's have a little look. Make sure I've claimed all my bills. Go back to normal mode. Vehicle running costs. That's admin. That can go back to admin. That will be for the roller. I brought the roller thinking it was the ground modification roller, but it's not. I need to move views guys slightly out. They will not recognize you. Okay, good. So that's full. Working away. I got sufficient wood chips for a while. It's going to produce wood chips. The trailer's full. Need to check my silage. Just around the corner here, so I'll just run around. I can check a tablet, but why? Here's another farm you can buy. That's the cow yard. That's your milk. Only 680,000 euros. Now, of course, if you start the game with tons of money, and you can, oh, that's the other one, 10%. I need to go to this map. Wool sale. Like the horses? Pretty cool, hey? They're stagnant. Now, these shops do close, so you be very careful. 96%. Okay, so that will be ready for sucking up and selling, palletizing next time I'm on. So that's cool. Okay, so that's it. Just going to do a quick save of this map, just to make sure. Need you to close your eyes. No peeking. Okay, so that's done. Yep, so that's done. I saved it, and we're going to quit this, and I'm going to flip straight into normal single player. Same map, experimental map only. Yep, I took some stuff off. Don't like that wagon pack. There's 2 versions of that. Okay, so we'll go straight into this one. Okay, so we're in this one, and we're going to duck down and have a look at what I've been doing. Now this is, like I said there, you can see it on the bottom, single player version, and it is done with modifications, and these are some of the modifications I am looking at. So as I wander down there, feel free to make yourself a cup of tea or coffee, put your feet up on the lounge chair, and relax and enjoy the soulful music from audionautics.com. Okay, so first thing we come across is, after a hard day's work, we're going to need a nice little whiskey. And here we have some moonshine, and I'm just going to put you over here. And we have some nice little barrels of moonshine. And we're going to take you and put you over here as well. And around the back here, so that will start producing again. Because we're using sugarcane, look at this, sugarcane juice. And we're going to take you and put you over here. Now this one, to produce, needs, of course, sugarcane. Barrels. Now those barrels, I'll show you where they come from. It's kind of 100% full at the moment. However, that should start to work out. So we need water, we need maize, and we need not sugar beet, but sugar cane goes here. Okay, you can drive through with the corn, but you need to back in to get the sugar cane to deliver for some reason. Pallets, also wood pallets are needed to go here, and that will get that production underway. So, empty pallets, sugar cane, water, maize, which is corn, fass, which is your barrels, and you produce whiskey, a rum, and sugar cane. So, potentially plenty of work there. Let's go over here. Now remember I talked about a meat processing. Well, here's a mod, and I've just stuck it next to a large hut, and it's in acrylic, so I can't actually read it, but you've got meat and sausage. So meat and sausage is the byproducts. We need to unload animals in here. So we unload the animals here, inside, chop, 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 and then we end up with meat and sausage from here. For this, we'd go for a walkabout, and we'd go down the other end, take it down the other end and pack it. I did put a distillate, not a distillate, but a fertilizer factory in here, using silage or hay, grass and straw, hay, etc. to make silage, but most importantly I needed fertilizer to experiment. I put a farm in. As you can see, it's not sitting properly. This one here needs pellets, manure, and water, or wasa. Okay, and that will start to produce all these fruits from the nice little orchard. Look at that, beautiful. So it's quite a little revenue earner if you feed it. So I'm thinking this again, whoever runs it, the profits go to whoever delivers it. So that would be something I think would be a shared thing, or if I can work out a way to get people paid for what they deliver, I'd be a happy man. If anyone knows a way to deliver compost and have a thing there that says you owe me so much money, a sign for example, I'll give you so much per ton, then let me know. So over here we have a sell point, and this sell point has a specific sell point, and it's one of the foods, I can't remember which one. I think charcoal. It works with charcoal and one of the others. I'll have a look in a minute. This is fertilizer. I haven't quite got around to working this one out. Oh no, it's a wool factory. So you deliver your wool here, and it's woven, and you can sell it for more money. So you need to deliver wool and something else. Again, I haven't looked at this one too much, but it's very interesting. sugar plant, white sugar, yellow sugar. You need to drop off sugar cane, of course, and more water. So tons of water, and that will produce white and yellow sugar, which then can be sold as well. The warehouse here will take a lot of things, and there you go, just activate that again, and you can sell a lot of stuff at this warehouse. I did put in a buy point for multiple things. I needed it for the experiment, and I do like the idea of having a buy point. So most of the stuff I could buy there. Here are the plants. Now these are a specific plant, and these, for example, they're just called plant, and they go across to this factory over here, which is the Coca-Cola factory. So the Coca-Cola factory needs plant, and it needs pellets. So we need to deliver pellets, plant and water, and it will produce Coca-Cola, which is lovely because I have a market point for Coca-Cola. So if I go, there's a sell point you can put in, or you can go to Dr. Max, and he will buy your Coca-Cola from you. Okay. He will also buy the plants raw for medicinal purposes. So he will buy those plants. Now they need fertilizer, solid fertilizer and water, not manure, solid fertilizer and water. Hence the fertilizer plant up there. Over here we have the other timber mill. Now this is the better timber mill, and we need this one to supply the pallets for all these type. The pallets from the factory that I have up on the normal map won't supply it. So here we have normal pallets, and it produces quite a few. Here's our box pallets, which we need for other purposes, and I'll show you the purposes in a minute. And of course, barrel production. Okay, now this produces straight off logs. So dumping in logs, and we get those pallets, which can all be sold to the warehouse or used for other purposes. What have I missed? Dr. Max's. Oh, when you're feeling like a thirst that you can't overcome, then of course you can go get some beer, and the beer is made here at this beer refinery. And you need empty pallets, you need gerst, which is barley, hoppen, which is your hops. You need kegs and the water. Now you can't make the kegs, you can only purchase them. So you can purchase them from the store and move them down here. Okay, and hops goes here, pallets go there, and the kegs go there. I've got a few stacked up. And of course around the back here we have barley. I've got to clean that up. I tried wheat. And water, so aqua. Rightio. So these are all self-sufficient. They will all supply off these industries. Here we have a chook farm, and we are out of chickens. Now the main consumable here is chickens. So we need grain, and we also need pellets, and we need those cardboard box pellets. We also need chickens, and they will produce eggs, which can be sold. Now where's the and we need to deliver chickens here, and we need water. Now the chickens you need to purchase, and they are from the placeables. No, pellets. They're pellets of chickens. And we scroll through, and there we go. 2,800 for a pack. Kegs, 400 euros. So you need to supply this with chickens, and then they will keep on breeding. Now if there's a chicken farm mod I haven't found yet, but I'll be looking. If I can produce my own chickens, I'll be a happy chap. All about self-sustaining industries. Okay, now these are all the SA mods. And if we go into SA mods, I'll just duck into this and show you what I'm talking about. I can't pronounce it. Sapper Agro Production, and there's a whole range of mods in there: biogas plants, strawberry greenhouses, raspberries. All these are all interlinked. Okay, so I don't think I've missed any, but they are all interlinked, and I like all of them. So what we've got here is this one, and it needs water, and it also needs manure. Or not manure. Yes, manure, not compost. Manure. I tried to put compost in it. So it actually takes manure. And it also needs crates in order to pack it. And those crates come from the cardboard factory over here. So from here, this needs pallets, and this produces cardboard boxes. So we need to put pallets, and we need to put wood chip. Wood chip and the pallets are turned into these cardboard box pallets, so cartons. Here's a storage yard to put them in. I haven't actually tested it yet. I put it there so we could just pick it up. Wrong one. So we could just pick it up with a forklift, and hopefully I've got it the right way around. And there you go. And you can store it in there, and should be able to pick it up on the other side somehow. I think I would need to drive past it. I don't know. Again, that's for an experiment later. There's got to be a way to get them out. I've got them in. How do I get them out? And that seems to be an obvious point. Oh, they're still processing. I'll come back to that later, see what happens. Okay, now meat factory. Here it is. Check out this thing. This is beauty. And it's going to produce butter. It's going to produce, what's that, yogurt? Kefir? Don't know. And packed sausages and stuff like that. So I think this is either the input or the output. The raw meat will come in here, and we need to deliver something in here. Pretty cool though. I haven't got any meat to process yet. Butter, cartons of food, so that's what it's going to produce. So I'm going to be needing to deliver stuff here and here and here. So yeah, I've got to experiment on this one, but it looks pretty cool. Over here, we can produce, this is charcoal and firelighters. So this is produced from straight up from logs. Put the logs there, and it needs wood chip as well. So wood chip and logs will give us firelighters and charcoal, which we can sell. I'm not sure, I think one of the other factories will need it. This is a sell point, so we can sell all the stuff that we make here. And again, our pallet factory. Now the advantage of this pallet factory, it only takes logs. Now you do need these pallets for this industry. You can't use other ones. And there's a reason I got this biogas down here. It's going to produce biogas because one of these needs fuel, and I'm not sure which one. I can't see any. That looks like a tanker load point, doesn't it, of something? So I'm going to have to experiment on this one. Anyway, to use this one, we must have that meat factory. So as you can see, there is a massive amount of industry around the place. Absolute ton of possibilities. You can see the fields here, for example. Got to find a way to flatten the land though. Now I did have some industries here, they didn't work at all. I have to look at them more carefully. The ones I was having trouble were the BD mods. Now they looked pretty cool, except I put down one of them. donut production, I think, or I put down one of them, and flour mill. Would have been an easy one. Anyway, I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get it to take the load. So when I dropped the stuff, it took some of it, but some of the products wouldn't go in. Donut house it was. Yeah, the donut production. So I dropped in the no, it can't have been that. Flour mill, barley, and wheat. It took the wheat, wouldn't take the barley for some reason. Yeah, anyway, I'll experiment again with those later. Maybe I need something special. Anyway, we can have a look at that. But there's some pretty cool mods. You really got a whole industry here. You need someone to work this full time, I can tell you. It keeps you busy. Provided you can supply the raw materials. There's a good little industry here that needs to be fed. It really needs a full-time forklift operator to zoom around, pick stuff up, move it, restock it. It's huge. It cost over $1 million. This is what I wish was in the multiplayer. Ground modification. All this was grass, of course, so I've modified it. I ran out of patience and just put these ones down here. Wanted to see what happened. Anyway, that's some of the mods that I'm thinking about. This one here belongs down the other end. These were just some sell points that we're just experimenting with. And as you can see, time for a whiskey. So pretty cool. Okay, so that's it from here. It says I got $149, but I can tell you right now, if I was to pay my bills, yeah, I wouldn't have any. I only just used the money to build this up. There will certainly be in a future map I play. And it will probably be this map, and it will be in before anybody starts. And it will be open to everybody to use and to supply. And the money can go straight in and we can split it up evenly, I think. Yeah, I don't know how to work it though. So you, for example, will be right next door to used to. And Dr. Max will be right next door as well. So I've just laid them out to make them reasonable. Can't have everything on top of each other. I accidentally cheated, put the power lines through the towers, but no, shh, don't tell the power authority, they won't know. And biggest requirement, water. Water. And the other thing, everything here has a figure that tells how much you deliver. So I reckon this is a perfect place for someone to work, and goods coming in, they bill you for it, and then this could be a whole industry by itself with a few workers or something. Don't know, have to think about it, but I like it. Anyway, that's it from me, and I'll be back later on tonight on YouTube with 7 Days to Die. It's zombie stomping time. And last night was Horde night, and you think it'd be over, but the sun came up, and here they came again. So, getting very hectic in that game. Very hectic. So thanks for your company. Like I said, this is single player map, and with the experimentals, mods, and from that I'll probably cull out some of the equipment that I have in there now. I've got way too many, and implement some of these, and they will go down as an admin purchase prior to a game commencing. And yeah, so what I need to find is a mod that goes with this one to produce the chickens, So a chicken farm. This one's all stands alone. The other factory's basically worthless with this one, which is a shame, but you know, that's just life. I wish I could build a map myself, but I just don't have the time and really don't have the knowledge. Got a little message from one of my little YouTube trainees. He's not a trainee, I've just been teaching him. He's 10, so he started when he was 8, and now he's a little YouTuber, so he's doing well. Him, my boy, and a couple of others. A little of encouragement goes a long way. Yeah, so that's good. Now he just sent me a grumpy face for some reason. He calls a hex on me, so he's hexing me for some reason. Anyway, he can't be on Twitch, so he's definitely on YouTube. Anyway, that's it. I'll catch you later. Thanks for your company, and I hope you've enjoyed.